Welcome back to the Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Sam Squinch, whatever the fuck they called me when I was gone. I didn't watch that episode. I wasn't here. It was probably shit. Dakota, my co-host, I'm Dakota. God damn.
Take an episode off, and that's what we get.
Take a little breather. But anyway, we got John, Ken. No dick jokes today. No dick jokes today, gentlemen. But I'm back, bitches. You all thought you were just big guys. Yeah, big guys doing an episode without me. But when the same Squinch King is here, you're not even a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Love it. Welcome back, buddy.
What? John, what we got to start today with?
All right, we got 3 little bits of breaking news. I'm going to go ahead and start with the first one. Bray Wyatt has an undisclosed injury and is potentially out of WrestleMania versus Bobby Lashley. As you can tell, I am excited. Thank fucking God it saved Bobby Lashley from being probably squashed in some stupid manner, ruining any kind of momentum that he's built. I don't wish injuries on anyone, but it is what it is. He's been booked horribly since the beginning. He's one match since October, and then we got that stupid-ass pitch black match with Uncle Howdy missing by 3 feet. I know I say it every time. I don't care. It was shit. So potential opponents for Bobby, maybe throwing him into a triple threat match with almost good. And Brock Lesnar. I think that might give Vince McMahon the biggest boner he's ever had. But just thank God we don't have to see that shit show. What's up?
I said both of you to assume that old man's dick still works.
Oh, man, you don't... The family jewels work well with Vince McMahon.
You know, it was me. It was me all along.
Yeah, so... thank God that this has happened. This might be a blessing in disguise. Hope Bray gets better. Hopefully he comes back with a better gimmick. He's done burned through 4 of them. But, let's give him a 5th chance, I guess.
Do we really count Husky Harris, though?
I mean, we can, but it was about as shit as the rest of them. I mean, the Wyatt family was the good one, but the rest of them, nah.
You had, Eater of Worlds, Funhouse, and this one. Funhouse Fiend, and now this one. That's only 4 if you count Husky Harris. Unless I'm missing one.
Hey, Husky Harris, that's 4. Husky Harris is 4.
We don't really count that one. I don't think we count really anybody from the Nexus that's not Wade Barrett, honestly.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. But
I will, right after this.
All right. And Ken will throw it to you.
Time.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you think about me in those times. But anyways, Ken, what's the next little bit of information you got?
John, I'm glad you asked. We seeing reports about a possible match pitch between LA Knight,
What?
and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
They say Austin's in very good ring shape. No one's been able to confirm the reports, but that would be an absolute banger of a match, and I think I speak for a lot of us when I say we hope that one comes into fruition, because that would be a match. So
It'd be one of the funnest matches we've ever seen on the mic.
Oh yeah, 2 best trash talkers in history. Yeah, I'm here for it. So with that being said, I guess I'll pass this off to Dakota for the last little bit of breaking news here.
Very, very, very sad news indeed today. The Bellas, now known as the Garcias?
Mm-hmm.
It's how little anybody gives a fuck. They left the WWE. Oh, fucking no. Whatever shall we do without 2 of the biggest botching wrestlers I've ever seen in my goddamn life? I would rather watch Mercedes Moné's New Japan debut every day until my death. I would rather O.J. Simpson date my daughter. I would rather get a mosquito bite at a Magic Johnson barbecue. All right, nobody gives a fuck that they left. Trash. Trash. If you think anything else, you're wrong. All right. And then you should be fucking sterilized. You don't need to reproduce. Goddamn dummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, got you bitches to agree with me.
Maybe next time we give him the Stone Cold versus LA Knight pitch.
Yeah, for sure.
You got any thoughts on that? I think Dakota covered pretty much everything there.
I think I'd rather watch them perform. I think they're probably going to go to AEW, and AEW has been absolute dog shit with their women's division for the last few months. So, yeah, I'd rather dive headfirst into a wood chipper than see them go over there. I'd rather be a small boy at a Catholic church. Yeah, they're just awful. There's a reason they called Brie Bella Brie mode, because when she goes Brie mode, she messes every fucking move up. And that's from Stephanie McMahon. If you think we're being sexist, she is trash. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Ken, how do you feel about it, buddy?
Well, you know what Ken says, the 19th Amendment was a horrible mistake.
Never said that. Whatever makes them happy.
Ken hates women.
You two spent the last 7 minutes of bashing the shit out of both of them, and then I'm the one.
He is the founding member of the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Oh, it definitely goes to Dakota. Well, I'm going to just dive straight into the Raw recap here before we get canceled.
It's got to be too late, but go ahead. Go ahead, give us the rundown, then we'll talk about all the things.
So we had the opening segment of Raw, which was Edge coming out and trying to confront Finn Balor. Match has now been locked in and set for a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. I think it's a very fitting end to this rivalry, which I'm hoping ends at WrestleMania. And Balor made the reference to being in hell before and he couldn't hold his demons.
Ooh.
So I liked it. It was a good segment. They went out there, jumped him. This led to Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano coming out. But y'all got any thoughts on the opening segment there?
Yeah, Hell in a Cell is a good way to end it. I think Triple H a while back said that the Hell in a Cell should be something that ends a long rivalry and just puts an end to it all. So this is perfect. He stayed to what he said a while back. So I dig it.
I agree. It's a lot better to just see the Hell in a Cell as a match type more than a pay-per-view that's kind of pointless. The only thing is if they bring Demon Finn back, they shouldn't make him lose the second time, but he has to lose the feud, so as cool as it would be to see Demon Finn, I don't want to see Demon Finn lose again. He's already lost once. Then it was pointless for him to lose that time with that weird fucking rope bullshit against Roman.
Yeah.
I don't think they should ever use the Demon against Roman, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, that was kind of a waste of opportunity there. But we get right into the next part here. We had Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano taking on the Judgment Day with Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley at ringside. Overall, pretty decent match. Nice back and forth. We had Judgment Day coming off on top after Damian Priest hit the South of Heaven. Don't have too much to say about that one. We'll get right into the next one here. Brock Lesnar versus Omos face-off. I wasn't a fan of this segment. Just kind of a waste of time for me. You know, I'm getting side by side in the ring and almost not letting go of his hand, and Brock stepping on his foot and getting tossed over the top rope. It was a quick 4 minutes for me, and I'm just could have did without it. But I know John feels a little bit different, so we'll let John take this one.
Well, every time Brock has that handshake moment, he always hits him with an F5 and buries the opponent before it even gets started. So it was nice to see a little change of pace there. This is clearly Vince McMahon's match. It's got his writing all over it. But I'm excited for this match. I know not too many people are. I think Brock can work really well with Giants. We saw that with him and Braun Strowman a while back. I thought they put on some pretty good matches. So, yeah, I think I might be the only one that's looking forward to this one.
The only thing I got to say about the match is it just looks like Vince convinced Triple H to let him book one match for WrestleMania. And
That's
this
fair.
is what we got. And I don't understand why, but yet here we are. Still gonna watch it because, well, it's me.
Yep.
All right, getting into the next segment here. Match of the night for me, not just because I'm a Cody fan, but just because it was a phenomenal match. But we had Cody Rhodes taking on LA Knight. Very competitive match, back and forth. That's one thing I do love about Cody is he doesn't go in there and just alpha males it a lot of times, being one of the top stars. He's not afraid to take bumps from other wrestlers and stuff. And like I said, I think LA Knight is great in the ring. Cody walked away with the victory after a crossroads. Then a little bit later after the match, Cody gave a very epic and rile-up speech that makes you want to run through a brick wall.
Oh, yeah.
Followed up by Paul Heyman getting on and talking to Cody a little bit and announcing that Roman Reigns will be on Raw next week. But Dakota, we'll go through this time. What's your thoughts?
It just switched to inactive when the renewal period came, and I wasn't listed with the company. Like when I last looked them up, it just said they were inactive.
We'll switch it back around. Hook, what's your thoughts?
Cody's promo made me want to run through a wall. I can still hear Dakota, kind of, but his promo made me want to run through a wall. It fired me up pretty good. Probably should have listened to that for the gym tonight. I might would have had a little bit better performance, but it is what it is. I feel like LA Knight, anytime he gets in the ring, puts on one hell of a show. It doesn't really matter who it's against. That's really all I got. Little technical difficulties with Dakota, but it's all right.
All right, we'll keep moving on here.
I don't know. I've got something saved on my phone for a username password it lets me log in with.
All right, so next we have Bronson Reed take on Elias. Kind of your typical Bronson Reed match. He just goes out there and big mans everybody. Finished it with a tsunami. I think we'll kind of just jump right over that and get into the next segment of Austin Theory versus Angelo Dawkins, which started earlier.
As we had some technical issues, we are back.
You're good, buddy.
Yeah, all good.
Match was great. Angelo Dawkins is a top talent. Athletically. Theory locked Dawkins down with the STF, kind of throwing shade at Cena. We'll talk about this a little bit more at the end, but it set up the Austin Theory versus Montez Ford match next week, which I am super excited for. Hook, you got anything on this?
Montez Ford Montez Ford's going to put on a show next week. I'm excited about it. All the trash talk with Theory. Theory's becoming my favorite heel. Like, slowly but surely, he's becoming my favorite heel. Like, he's just throwing shade and throwing shit at everybody. Like, right before he walked away from those two, right before their match, he hit them with, "What are you guys doing at WrestleMania?" And I know, like, they're probably trying to sell it a little bit. You could tell, like, in their face, that burned them just a little bit, and that's what I'm looking for in a heel. Just something that'll dig at somebody.
Yeah. What you think?
Theory's work has improved just leaps and bounds after dropping that stupid fucking selfie thing. To where, like, I believe he's gonna be big eventually, and I think this build up to the Cena thing is working great. Like, even last week when he actually held his own against Cena on the mic, excellent.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll run through the Codys and them a little bit longer, but I think Theory is definitely the future of the company moving forward. The next segment here, we had Rey Mysterio coming out for his WrestleMania Hall of Fame inductee thing, which was interrupted by Dominic Mysterio. Dominic getting out there and accusing Rey of being the worst dad ever and running away and missing birthday parties and everything else. I think the stinger of all that was Dominic telling Ray that the only thing he taught him was how not to be a man.
You're not my dad.
Yeah, I think I think we'll eventually get the match, but I don't know. If at Catch-22, I don't know if Ray's going to actually do it. Will his last match actually be against Dominique? Time will tell. Which lead on to the Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin got handled twice, once on the mic before the match, and then during the match. Miz was out there, interrupted, led to Baron Corbin receiving the stomp, and Seth Rollins did the victory on that. We had Bianca Belair taking on Chelsea Green. Kind of a slow start, got pretty good. Had Asuka coming out and saving Belair from another attack by Green and Carmella, which has now set up a tag team match with Asuka Belair versus Chelsea Green and Carmella next week. It'll be pretty good. And then ended with Asuka kind of dancing around with Bearlow's title at the end there, and kind of just playing on to the match. Then we had the main event of the evening, which was Kevin Owens going against the Solo Sikoa again, this time in a street fight. Typical back and forth between those two. Owens made the way out through the Titantron area, a double super kick by the Usos, brought back out to the ring and jumped, with nobody coming in to help. He did tell Cody and Sami to stay away, that he's going to fight him on his own. What's y'all's thought on the main event, Solo versus Kevin? Dakota, we'll start with you, buddy.
I loved every fucking second of it. I'm not going to lie to you. It was just delicious little snacky. Loved it. That's really all I can say about it.
All right, Hook. It's up to you, buddy.
You know what? I kind of got a little pissed about as soon as he got through the curtains and getting super kicked or double super kicked. Kind of saw it coming.
You know, you're allowed to be wrong.
Hey, you know what? We can have a disagreement. It's okay. I kind of seen it coming, but I figured they would like ran out to the ring and jumped him. But at least they changed it up and gave a screwy finish that way. But you know, it is what it is. We all saw it coming. I can't wait for the bloodline shit to run its course. I'm not burnt out on it yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's kind of time to end it. I think you see title swaps from all of them at Mania. I think it breaks up. I think you have the Usos go their own way. Roman takes some time off, so gets his singles push. And we'll go from there. We didn't talk about this in the pre-production meeting, but I'm going to give Raw's episode last night a solid B+. I was, pretty happy with a lot of the interviews and stuff. The Otis and Abel, it was awesome. All in all, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a. I don't want to say an A-, but I think B+ fits it just because of the little things here and there. If we would have gotten Montez Ford against Theory, that's definitely.
And Cody and LA Knight the same night?
Yeah, that would have been definite grounds for an A.
Yeah, for sure.
But B+ is about where I'm sitting at with that.
What about you, Dakota?
I'd say just a solid B, honestly, in my opinion. Like, better than normal, but there wasn't anything too outstanding overall.
I like it. So, just kind of recap some of the stuff that we know coming up for next week. We know Roman's going to be on Raw, which will be an interesting time. We know we got the men's tag team match. Kind of see what the backlash is for Damage Control jumping Trish. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, Alpha Academy splitting. I think it's coming to an end, unfortunately.
I see it coming to an end as well, and I hope that we get a good Chad Gable solo run out of this.
Yeah. If you had to be the one to make the run, which title would you aim him at?
Intercontinental.
Because mine's United States.
Let him take down Gunther. Get him.
I
Let that man
I
get
don't
his
know
flowers, man.
I don't know about taking down Gunther, but I would like to see him with the IC title. But I don't know how you would do it without keeping Gunther looking strong as well.
I think he's the other part of the future there. Didn't mean to cut you off there. Go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say, like, maybe not fully split up the Alpha Academy. Maybe give him a little bit of a screwy finish with Otis or somebody, and let him beat Gunther that way. But
The return of Jason Jordan.
yeah, but I think that'd be kind of cool to have him get the IC title because, I mean, he's a great technician in the ring, and that's usually the guys that always get the IC title. I don't want him getting the US title. I don't think that one holds as much weight.
I agree. I think, the U.S. run for me would just be more just to see how he is as a singles champion. We know his work in the ring is second to none. He's definitely one of the better wrestlers in the business, but, a lot of his promos or cutting stuff are all with OTs and tracking him down and stuff. And, I got some humor out of it, watching Otis, waddling around and, doing all that. I'm not a big fan of groupies with, but I think the split's inevitable. I think they, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, though.
Right.
That's for sure. So, but that was the night that was for Raw. Was our Raw recap for this week. I'll throw it up to Hook for what segment's next.
So, if you haven't tuned in yet, we did our March Madness picks. Unfortunately, Ken couldn't make that one. But be on the lookout for another March Madness video here soon. We'll probably have one out next week or here in a couple weeks to see how bad our picks were. That's on the TNJ Sports Podcast. Be sure to follow all their stuff here on YouTube as well. So we're going to have a couple more projects we're working on. I'm eventually going to get WWE 2K23 and do a little Let's Play with one of these two guys, if not both of them. I've been uploading videos here and there of some stuff me and Ken did a little while back. Make sure to check those out. Ken absolutely whooped my ass that day. He got me on 2K football, and here comes the pain. First time ever playing. Pretty brutal beatdown, but it is what it is. Just make sure to follow us on Twitter at Cheap Pop Podcast and on Instagram at Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast. On TikTok at Pop This Potty for the Cheap. Finally able to get that out without laughing.
Take, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this rolling before I fuck it up again. And follow us on Facebook at the TNJ Sports Podcast. But, yep, we're signing out. Captain Hook out.
He went straight through there without messing up and had an exit out for himself.
It's so beautiful.
Bro, y'all are all supposed to go around the horn here and say out.
This is the first fucking time we've ever done that here.
Hey, I have practiced it. I've written it down. I finally got it down.
Screams at himself in the mirror. He will get it fucking right.
I know, dude. I kept Hook out. It threw me off. I completely forgot what we were even doing over here. So, Kenneth is out.
I guess I'm out. I'll be making some sporadic appearances in and out. Y'all will have to suffer with these two for a while. I've got some stuff I got to take care of in my own life. And to the one dude who asked John about his beard in a comment on a video, why? This is wrestling. If you want to watch his beard care, it's on his OnlyFans. We'll link that in one of the videos. But he uses shit I make. Buy my shit. Works great. We'll link that somewhere too, because I be a broke bitch. Anyway, so long and good night, folks.